everyone. This past week was a wonderful week for me personally. On Tuesday, my niece and nephew graduated from 8th grade down in Oceanside, and our 8th graders graduated Friday here at Holy Family. But I have to admit, the event I was looking forward to the most happened yesterday. The ordination at the cathedral, and we no longer have Deacon Joseph, but Father Joseph Cho. And it was very, very exciting for me because he lived here with us, here at Holy Family, but I also know the class very well. But when I woke up early Saturday morning to pray for the class, I was beginning to get a little nervous because I didn't hear Deacon Joseph up, right? And, I should say Father Joseph now, right? So I went downstairs and he was up. He was probably praying or do whatever. So I banged on his door. I said, "You need to eat something." He said, "I don't want to eat anything. I'm nervous." I said, "No, you're going to eat something," right? I felt like his dad all of a sudden, right? So I'll only the best for the men I live with. So I went to McDonald's, right? So he likes the sausage McMuffin with egg. It better be with egg, right? So I got him that. I got Father Andrew food, and I was looking at my watch, and I said he needs to get out the door by 6:45. He needs to be there by 7. And I was kind of waiting, and finally the door opened, and I made sure he left the house. And he got there in time. And for some of you were there. It was actually a beautiful day, very moving day, and it was so exciting. And last night I got the sweetest text from him. He said, "Thank you so much for buying me McDonald's, because I would have been starving." And he said, "That little gesture helped me get through the busy day." And I thought, how wonderful was that he took the time last night. No big deal. I door dashed it. I didn't even go get it, right? Don't tell the business manager, So, that made me smile, though, because he needed that nourishment to get through the day. But for us as Catholics, we get through our days by being fed spiritually in the Holy Eucharist. And that's why you're here right now, my friends, to get your spiritual nourishment, not only for the rest of the day, but to get you through the coming week. And as Catholic Christians, the most important thing that we'll ever do in our lives, we're doing right now. We're coming to Mass to receive Jesus in Holy Communion. And as I watched Deacon Joseph turn into Father Joseph yesterday, that transformation occurred. But for all of us, we're called to transform every day into the image and likeness of Jesus Christ. So what does the Eucharist do for us as Catholics? We need the Eucharist to nourish our souls. We receive the Eucharist so that we can take care of our spiritual life. Because if we don't take care of ourselves first, we're not going to be good for one another. So we come to Mass to be fed with the Eucharist so that we can make sure that we're taking care of our own selves. Now, we all live busy lives. We have a lot to do. But if we're not coming to receive Jesus in Holy Communion, it's only going to be harder. And I know I'm literally preaching to the choir right now. So thank you for being here. We receive the Eucharist so that we can become Christ to one another. If we're coming to Mass and we leave Mass and we're worse people and we're the biggest grouch of the world, or we come to Mass only so that we could judge what people are wearing or get the latest chisme, that's not why we come to Mass. We come to Mass so that we could be the face of Christ to one another. Receiving the Eucharist should transform us into better people so that we can serve one another, help each other, be patient with each other. We receive the Eucharist so we're reminded of how truly loved we are by Jesus. The sacrifice that happens on the altar is the same sacrifice that Jesus did the night before he died. The love of Christ dying on the cross is found in the host, the Eucharist. So if you're sitting here this morning, you're overwhelmed, you're anxious, you're feeling lonely, you're asking, why am I dealing with medical issues? Bring that to the Lord this morning. May he give you the comfort that you need. And finally, the Eucharist is a reminder that heaven is our true home. If you hate coming to Mass or you're bored at Mass, guess what? You're not going to like heaven. Because for all of eternity, what are we going to be doing? Glorifying Jesus and thanking God. Our hearts should be sorry that we're able to be here this morning. Coming to Mass is the preview of what will happen for us one day in heaven. So our liturgy should be beautiful. Our liturgy shouldn't resemble a baseball game. They shouldn't resemble going to the movie theater. Our liturgies, our beautiful Catholic faith, is what will sustain us in our daily lives. So my friends, we are so blessed to be Catholic. So very blessed. Because we receive Jesus in Holy Communion. And let us never take that for granted when we are at Mass, who we are receiving. Jesus Christ fully present, his body, blood, soul, and divinity. So my friends, how can we better prepare for Mass? Let's just think of one simple way. Maybe it's been a while since you've gone to confession, or maybe you're going to spend a little bit more time focused on the readings, or maybe you're going to leave a little earlier so you're not arguing with your husband and wife and you're fighting, and then you walk in and you wave at everybody like it's okay. I'm going to do the same right now. So how can you better prepare to receive Jesus in the Holy Eucharist? So let's think of one way that we can better prepare to receive our Lord beginning today.